It's an 8-game Sunday in the NBA, and one of them is in just a few minutes right here on NBA TV. Just after 9 Eastern, we're going to get you to Portland, where the Blazers are set to host the Pacers. And that guy, Damian Lillard, is back in the lineup. He's missed the last 7 games with a calf injury, but he will play, and it's in just a few minutes. Now, it's already after 9. They did those snap a 3-game losing streak Saturday against the Jazz. Welcome back into our NBA TV studios and the CarMax pregame show. Again, we're just here for the next couple of minutes because Damian Lillard is about to resume play for the season after missing the last 7 games. It seems way too obvious, Smitty, to say, what does he bring to this lineup like we do after each and every player returns from injury? But how would you describe what he gives this Blazers team and the boost that they'll receive from him no longer being sidelined?
I think, Christian, you put that well. We always talk about what a player brings to the table,
right.
A star player. So I think we take it to this, conversation. Anthony Simons and Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
What do they bring to the table? This young guy had 45 points. Dame has been out 37 games since January 1st, of last year. And he's averaged almost 25 points. He's kind of found himself to get a chance to be the first option. So you let go C.J. McCollum, and now you have Dame and Anthony Simons. Anthony Simons is a totally different player, but he's younger. He can flat out fly. The two together is scary now for me, Sean Paul. I mean, this is a dangerous backcourt when healthy.
Not only the backcourt, I think Dame's happy because he's coming back to a team that he likes. Jeremy Grant has been a great offseason pickup, and you mentioned about Anthony Simons coming off a great game, has a good chemistry with Dame. You don't look at him as a young player anymore. He's really mature, but obviously the shocking thing about him is that he has more dunk contest titles than Aaron Gordon. I mean, can you imagine that? That's the one thing about him nobody knows.
On that, yeah.
And he hasn't dunked since, by the way. He's hitting 3-pointers, got the mid-range game, basically.
Yeah, neither has Aaron.
Yeah, he does. Exactly. But the meshing, as you said, Smitty, CJ leaves, and you're wondering whether this guy can step in and have the same chemistry with Dame. I think we see the proof. He's done it without Dame. He's done it with Dame. And like I said, I think Dame likes this team. He thinks this team can. He does. He thinks this team can make a move in the West. And they lost 5 games of the 7 that he missed. So, as Smitty says, he brings that extra dimension. Obviously, the big shot making, the presence on the floor. You have to double team him now, and his teammates will flourish, going isolation, not worrying about the double team. Not worrying about someone else there because Dame's going to draw all that attention.
I was stunned watching Simons last night. I was sitting in this same seat, and our researcher said into my ear, this is the first time that any Portland Trailblazer has scored 33 in a first half. And I didn't repeat it because I'm like, there's no way that that's correct. We need to check that because there's no way that Dame has never done that. There's no way Anthony Simons is the first Portland Trailblazer to ever do that in a first half. And he was. It was correct. To be fair, Dame did do it in the second half. He had 36 one time. But to be fair to Anthony, the first ever Blazer to do it. And again, just stunned sitting here watching him offensively take over that game. What do you think that these two could be capable of, along with the supporting cast that they've assembled in Portland?
I think it's a concoction now, whereas you pick your poison as a defense. You have 2 guys like Sean Paul says. We know Dame is a walking guy that can get you 30 or 40, but now you have another guy who is absolutely lights out in one-on-one situations. You can see he has a little stutter he's gotten from Dame, and then he can go one-on-one, and he can finish because of his athleticism. 2 guys right now that can break down